right, ladies and gentlemen, we are ready to roll. This is the day that the Lord has made. We're going to rejoice and be glad in it. For those of you that are coming on, please do your boy a favor. Hit that like button, hit that share button, and tag Lolly Dolly everybody and let them know Prophet Ramon, the squad, and the Ramon Preston Show. We are live in his house right here in the beautiful Buckhead community of Atlanta. And guess what? It's Monday, and I'm excited because we're going to be talking about the 6-second rule. The 6-second rule. And it's really going to help you in your life, personally, professionally, financially, ministerially. It's going to help you in every area. So please hit the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Hit the share button. Tag Lolly Dolly everybody and let them know Prophet Ramon, the squad, and the Ramon Preston Show is on right now. And we're going to be talking about the 6-second rule. That's what we're going to be talking about today. The 6-second rule. Please, please, please put in the comments what city you're watching your boy from. Who you represent. Let me know what city you're representing. Wherever you're watching me from, please put it in the comments. I want to give a shout out to all of our current coaching program members and all of our new coaching program members. For those of you that just recently signed up for our one-year business coaching program throughout this past weekend, thank you. And we want you to know we love you and appreciate you. And we're excited about doing business with you and helping you to get to where your dreams want to take you. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Ramon Preston Show. For those of you that don't know, now you know. I'm your host, Ramon Preston. And every Monday through Friday, we bring this show to you to share with you information to help you properly start, structure, and scale your businesses, your ministries, your income streams, and wealth building dreams. This is what we do in Buckhead. This is what we do here at Ramon Preston Enterprises. This is what we do on a daily basis, and that is to help you start, structure, and scale those things. Now, everything that I share with you on the show, I know you probably have heard me say it time and time again, but I think it's worth repeating it like I typically do. Everything we share with you on this show, every topic, every subject, every conversation, discussion, all the information that we share with you is a direct extension of our consulting firm, our coaching division, and our training division. And here's the good thing about the Ramon Preston Show. It's being hosted by the coach and the consultant and the president of our university. So you're getting it directly from me. It's the information that I live by. It's the information that my wife lives by. It's the information that my team and my family and our company and our organization lives by. So it's information that's been proven. It's information that's valid. And it's information that we know works when you're willing to work it. And so today I want to share that information with you. I want to talk to you about the 6-second rule, and I want to extend again for another week an amazing offer. All last week, which we've had some people to respond. Even throughout the weekend, we had people to respond, to reach out to us, to text the word coaching. We even have people texting the word certified because we have a lot of you in our community who want to become certified as consultants and coaches our way. You want to learn our process, our system. And we have had people just within the last week or so to respond wanting to become licensees. Well, you got to get in. And when I teach you this concept today, you may make that decision today. So if you're having trouble with your business, if you're having trouble with your finances, not being able to expand, increase, and get further. Maybe you are seeing some increase, but you're having trouble with your sales, your marketing. Maybe you don't understand all the details of your financial systems, or you just have to learn more about how to be an executive and how to run your company as a CEO, or how to structure your organizational enterprise through the holding company concept. If you're having issues in any of those areas, what we teach you and train you and coach you on in our program covers all of the above. We show you from beginning to end, from start to success, what needs to be done, from starting your holding company, structuring it the right way with your divisions and your operating LLCs. We help you in the process of learning to integrate the right systems like sales systems, marketing systems, financial systems, executive systems. We show you how to create processes for your company, processes for all of those systems, processes for how you take your products and introduce them to the market. How do you price them? We show you these things in our program. And so I want to extend that offer to you at the end of the show, just in case you know you're ready to get to where you want to go and you're tired of wasting time. I'm telling you, your time is money. All the time you waste waiting and contemplating, hoping and wishing and praying, waiting for God to do something for you, and nothing happens, it's not God's fault. It ain't the people that you working with fault. It ain't your customers' fault. It ain't Corona's fault. It's because you are not implementing things like this 6-second rule. So shout out to all of you who just joined our business coaching program. And I want to say congratulations to those of you that are responding to our certification and our licensing program. You know, I used to hear people say it all the time, but when you start really gaining momentum, like we have in our company, and you start really helping a tremendous amount of people, it makes more sense. And what people used to say all the time, I used to hear them say, why reinvent the wheel? Well, now I have a better appreciation for it because we have went through so much. Like me and my company, my staff, my organization, my team, we have and we still go through a lot of work taking the ideas we have, taking the content that we teach and train people on, and the services that we provide, and the systems that we have, and the processes that we use. We've taken a lot of time, and it still takes a lot of time to convert that into material, curriculum, training lessons, and modules and videos. And for us to have done all of the work, my CMO tells me all the time, she's like, you've done all the work. Like, You've basically done the work. You haven't just done the math, you've done all the work. And all people have to do, especially people who are licensees, is just take your work and just introduce it to the market. And they're literally making money just by sharing your information. So I'm going to continue to extend the offer throughout this week. And so for those of you that want to join our coaching program, be prepared by the end of the show to text the word coaching to 404-478-7213. And for those of you that want to be certified as consultants and coaches under our banner, or licensed to be authorized to use all of our products and services and to literally buy a business. It's kind of like you're buying a Ramon Preston University franchise, where you have authorization to use all of our content, sell it as it is, and actually make money, and make a lot of good money. Trust me, you're gonna make a lot of good money, and it ain't gonna be no pennies. It ain't gonna be no scraps. It ain't gonna be no change. It's gonna be money that can take care of you and your family for a very long time. So we're gonna extend that offer to you. So let's talk about the 6-second rule. Do any of you know about the 6-second rule? Now, some of y'all got a little cheat sheet, because if you're part of the Next Level family, meaning that if you're part of our ministry, if you've been around our ministry for some time, especially during the time that I was pastoring the church for 12 years. Shout out to my beautiful wife. She is now the pastor. She has been pastoring for 2 years, and she's been doing an extraordinary job. She is not only the pastor of Next Level Church, but she is the COO, the Chief Operations Officer of our entire organizational enterprise. And she continues to teach on the 6-second rule, but it's from a ministry perspective. I wanted to pull it over here on the business side for those of you that really want to scale your businesses. You want to scale your income. You want to use the final months of 2021 to take your life to the next level. Well, guess what? You're going to have to use this 6-second rule. This 6-second rule is going to be a game changer. So let me start by sharing with you, what is the 6-second rule? What is the 6-second rule? Well, the 6-second rule is a concept. It is a concept that is backed by studies. So there were studies that were done, and these studies that were done were based on how people respond to certain things that they hear. Okay? So you got to think about it in your mind like this. Okay, there's a group of people who want to do some research. They want to do some studies on how people respond to certain things they hear. So for example, when you hear Ramon talking, when you hear somebody on the radio, when you hear a certain song, when you see something in a movie, they wanted to do some studies to figure out, like, what is the science? What is the science behind how people respond to certain things they hear? And so the 6-second rule was actually birthed as a concept that was backed by certain studies. So what were these studies? Well, these studies show a few very important things. It shows, number one, that most of the decisions we make, I'll put that word down, decisions, and most of the actions we take, I'll put that word down, actions. So this 6-second rule concept is backed by studies that show A, most of the decisions that we make, and B, most of the actions that we take are determined by how we respond to something within the first 6 seconds of hearing it. This is powerful, y'all. I mean, this is literally a game changer. So when I used to talk to my church about this, it was in a congregational setting. So I would say something to the church. Hey, God just told me to tell you that He's going to do something for you in 2 days. Or if I'm prophesying to somebody and I say, God just showed me He's about to expose you and open you up to an opportunity that's going to change your life. Well, I taught them the concept of the 6-second rule, because if you hear something like that and you know you've never heard it before, or maybe you've heard it before but you've never really processed it before, you have to know how to respond to that information, because the science behind the concept of the 6-second rule suggests that most of the decisions you make and most of the actions you take are going to be determined by how you respond to something within the first 6 seconds. So think about it. Whatever the decisions you're making in your business right now, okay? Whatever the decisions you're making in your finances right now, or with your finances right now, whatever actions you're taking in your business right now, whatever actions you're taking in your finances right now, I really want you to grasp this concept. Those decisions in your business, those decisions in your actions were determined by how you responded within the first 6 seconds of learning something about your business and your finances. And most entrepreneurs fail when it comes to the 6-second rule. You know why? Because most entrepreneurs are looking for too much information in order to make a decision and take an action, as opposed to looking for the right piece of information. So when I walked into my office this morning, and my team and I, we did our briefing and our meeting and had our rally and got ourselves prepped up for the day. Here's what I want you to understand. I was already prepared to tell them about decisions I made since the last time we met up in person on Friday. So over the course of the weekend, There was certain information that I listened to. There was certain data that I downloaded in my mind concerning our business and concerning our financial future. And I say our because this is our business and our financial futures are on the line based on how we do business. So I had already listened to certain information about what we're going to do to expand, about what opportunities are before us. And because I received that information and I grabbed that data, I didn't wait until today to make the decision. I didn't wait till today to take the action. Why didn't I wait till today to make the decision or take the action? Because I live by the concept of the 6-second rule. So if you hear something that you know is the right piece of data, it is the right information for something that you need to decide on or take action on in your business and finances. And within the first 6 seconds, think about it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's how long it takes to make a decision. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's how long it takes to take action. And if you're not moving at that pace, I guarantee in your business and in your finances, if you're not just totally failing, you're definitely not operating at full potential. Now, you could prove me wrong because you might just be the exception to the rule. You might just be the person who can literally respond to me in the comments and say, Ramon, you got it wrong, bro. I take 2 years to make certain decisions. I take 8 months to take certain actions. And you might be 118 years old telling me this because it's taking you a lifetime and a half just to make a decision or just to take an action. But let me tell you something. The people who understand this concept and who are able to make certain decisions and take actions just within a 6-second window are the people who are seeing success in their business and success in their finances. Now, here's what I want to ask you before I go to the next part of this conversation today. Here's what I want to ask you. What area of your business or what area of your finances do you see you can implement this 6-second rule? It may be in the area of your education. It may be in the area of hiring someone. It may be in the area of moving to a better location. It may be in the area of onboarding a certain system or a certain process. For some of you, it may be in the area of joining our coaching program or becoming certified or licensed with us instead of trying to take all this time to figure out how you're going to create content for yourself and for your business. I want you to drop in the comments maybe 1 or 2 things that you see as an opportunity for you to use the 6-second rule. Like what areas? Is it an area of sales? Is it an area of sales? Like my team and I, we made certain decisions on Friday for what we were going to do Monday. I mean, literally we did. We had conversations Friday afternoon before we left the office about decisions we were going to make and actions we were going to take Monday. So when we showed up today, guess what? We were making decisions and taking actions based on decisions and actions that were made and taken Friday. And while other people were probably twiddling their thumbs, fumbling around with papers, goofing off on social media this morning, guess what we were doing? We were taking action because we understood the 6-second rule. We understood that there's a process, and that process is going to have a lot to do to determine our success in business and finances. So please drop in the comments certain areas or at least one main area that you see as an opportunity. If you don't have no training, if you don't have any coaches, if you're not around the right people, maybe that's a decision you need to make now and an action you need to take now. You can't wait until that time comes. You can't anticipate a certain day. Friday, we left the office. Was it Friday? Yeah, Friday we left the office. I decided to come back to the office Friday because I had some work I needed to do. And I came back to the office, and my wife, she was still tied up on some real estate deals that she was doing. So I decided, you know what, while she's doing what she's doing, and that delayed our date night a little bit, I decided, let me come back to the office and get a few things done so I can be way ahead of the game on Monday. This is what I was deciding on and taking action on Friday, right? So it was about 8 o'clock Friday night. So I get a text from my personal assistant. She texts me and tells me someone responded to the coaching program, so forth and so on. We do this all the time. We all be texting each other anytime an opportunity presents itself. But why do we do that? Number one, we do that because we live by this rule. Now, what if she would have said, hey, you know what? I'm going to wait until Monday to have that conversation. Or what if she would have done that and my CMO who onboards our clients on our platform would have said, well, I'll just do all that Tuesday. I'm just showing you that decision or those decisions and those actions would have negatively affected our business and our financial future. But because we all think on the same frequency, she texts me, she'll tell you what I did. I text her back and said, how about you call them back and three-way me so we can talk now? She calls me back. You for real? I'm like, I'm at the office now looking out the window at the Buckhead skyline while everybody over there at Lenox Mall and Phipps Plaza spending money. I'm here making money, baby. And she's like, hold on. So we stayed on the phone with a potential client for an hour. Shout out to my man if he's watching us. He heard enough information to make a decision to join our business coaching community. I got off the phone after an hour. My personal assistant continued to execute the action. And guess what? She submitted that information to my CMO. And I think maybe the next day or so, no, that was that night. But I'm saying for me, I remember going back on the platform just to double check. And I was like, man, these jokers here, they don't even be playing. I mean, they had them onboarded in the schedule for coaching. Everything was done within a matter of minutes, Why? Well, if you're thinking in a matter of seconds, you should be moving in a matter of minutes. Some of y'all right now, I just had a conversation with somebody the other day and it almost like took the top of my head off. I'm in a conversation with somebody who's in business and guess what they telling me? I'm planning on doing A, B, and C next year. This is what they tell me. And I'm listening to them thinking, you talking to the wrong person, dog. I'm not the person you should be talking to about what you're going to do in 2022. And we ain't even out of September. I'm thinking to myself, are you crazy? There is no way you're going to give yourself 3 months to do what I would have done yesterday. Like they're literally telling me because you know why? They haven't gotten the right information to learn things like the 6-second rule. Because if they had been around me, they wouldn't even said that to me. They know I would have been looking at them sideways if they said, well, it is the end of September of 2021, Ramon, but I have this extraordinary, life-changing, game-changing plan for January 2022. I'd have bopped them across the head. Like, are you crazy? There's no way. Matter of fact, you need to do that this week and see what kind of results you can get. And so I want you to put in the comments if you can. What area or what areas like on the top of the list that you know you can definitely implement that. Some of you can implement it by making a sale today. Some of you can implement it by making a sale today. Some of you literally just need to figure out, how can I make a sale today? How can I make a sale today? And I'm going to show you some things that you need to do. So the 6-second rule, here's what I want to write down for you. The 6-second rule, I'm going to write this part down for you. 6-second rule exposes the difference. I'm taking my time for this one here. Between, these are two big words, hesitation and acceleration. So that's the next point I want to make, and I want you to write that down if you're taking notes. The 6-second rule, it exposes the fundamental difference between hesitation and acceleration. Now, one of the reasons why hesitation is a common practice for small business owners and entrepreneurs is because almost every small business owner and entrepreneur is a one-person show, meaning that you have no employees, it's just you, and you are typically coming out of the workforce, meaning that most small business owners and entrepreneurs who are one-man shows are either doing business on the side. Let me show you how that looks, because here's where the hesitation comes in at. You are a W-2 employee and you're doing business on the side either as a 1099 or you may have an EIN because you created a LLC. But the reason why hesitation is your portion and your problem is because you're coming out of the workforce. So that means you have been a part of bureaucracies where the company you may have worked for had to go through this process. You know what I mean? Like, in order for somebody to be hired, they got to go through HR. They have to go through this department or that department. Maybe if you worked at a company and in order for you to get a day off, or it could have just been a system that you worked in that was real slow. And because you are used to being a W-2 employee and not necessarily a CEO of a fast growing, fast moving, accelerated company, you're not used to making decisions real fast. And here's another thing, and I'm gonna get to this in one of my next points. Here's another thing. A lot of you small business owners and entrepreneurs, the reason why hesitation is your practice when it comes to your business and your finances is because when you did make decisions quick because you felt good, or because you came out of prayer and you just believed God was in it, or you signed up for this program with a network marketing company and it flopped in 6 months, or you started an LLC and then 3 months later you had to close the LLC, or you opened up a boutique and had to shut it down and sell stuff off. Here's the thing, your mind is programmed to hesitate, not because of what you're doing today, but because of what you did yesterday. But the problem with that is you may have made decisions with the wrong information. Am I making sense to you? You may have made decisions with the wrong set of data. So I say this to our clients all the time when I talk with them. When I talk to clients and they tell me, oh, I'm over my head in taxes, I got 5 LLCs that I own, I don't have them structured right. What happens is when you take all those experiences and all that information that you gathered to have those experiences, and those experiences were bad, it causes hesitation moving forward. So now every time an opportunity presents itself, what are you doing? You like, man, I need to think about this thing. What is the biggest objection we hear from people? They don't have time. Now, she couldn't have just guessed that. And I didn't set her up for that question. I just asked her, what is the biggest objection we hear? And the first thing comes out of her mouth before I even finish, we don't have time. That's what we always hear people say. Money is not even most people's problems. Getting the product and the service and knowing that it's valuable to them is not even their problem. They think in their mind, I just ain't got time. Why is time an issue? Because you feel like you got to process what you just heard. You feel like, you know what, I need to think about it. I need to talk to a couple more people about it. But what you're not understanding is you're never going to make the right decision on it, and you're never going to take the right action on it because your hesitation has failed to push you into acceleration, which means you never get to success. Think about all the stuff you've thought through. Man, you talked about it, you thought about it, you oh my God, you just went through this whole time of fasting and praying about doing this thing when you could have been taking action. You could have been doing something. You could have been getting results. I was talking to a young man at the church yesterday, one of our coaching clients and members of our church, an extraordinary young man. Him and his wife are doing amazing things. A young couple, so successful in what they're doing as entrepreneurs and business owners. And once we started fleshing through just a few little items that they had going on because they're working on so many things, I ended up saying, and he was like, you know what? I agree with you. I ended up saying, why don't you just do everything? Instead of deciding on the 3 or 4 things, how about do all 3 or 4 of them? And whichever one produces the most results and is more beneficial and creates the most cash flow will be the low-hanging fruit that you stick with. So instead of, what did we do in that conversation? We removed hesitation. Unlike somebody else I talked with last week, they talking about what they gonna do in 2022. And I'm thinking, 2022? Are you crazy? We finna do this at 2. We finna do this today at 2. Literally, I was talking to somebody about a business deal this morning. And by the time I ended the conversation, came to my office, talked to my team, did a few little tasks that I had to get done with some emails and some text messages. By the time I was finished, I sat back and looked at a couple pieces of paper and I was like, I'm not even waiting for that. And the hesitation was literally like 2 days. I'm like, I ain't waiting till Wednesday. I'm telling y'all, this is a game changer for you. Like some of y'all, you watch me every day. And every day you leave the show thinking, man, he spit game. He doing it, man. Every time I see him, he's coming up with something new to say, and it's awesome and it's amazing. You know why? Because I'm making decisions and I'm taking actions. I use the 6-second rule. I use the 6-second rule. I might use the 3-second rule. Truth is, a lot of stuff I use a no-second rule. I don't even think about it. I just get the information. I'm like, definitely. I don't even process it. And I'm not going to make the decision and be coming back, oh my God, was it the right decision? People who talk like that, they're not doing anything successful. I've never met anyone successful who talks like that and who thinks like that. So the 6-second rule exposes the difference between hesitation and acceleration. So if you have come out of the workforce because you've been a W-2 employee, even if you were a 1099 self-employee, you just a freelancer, you a side hustler, you doing your own thing, your mind and life is not built to break out of hesitation and shift right into acceleration. This is one of the reasons why you have to have coaches and mentors. You have to be in communities with people who push you and challenge you and keep you moving, because you are programmed. You come out of the workforce, you come out of the labor force. I know you are programmed, especially those of you who have jobs and who are trying to build businesses on the side. You know that's the worst situation for you ever. Now, I'm not telling you to quit your job, but I'm just keeping it 100 with you. If you have a job that's full-time, that's paying your bills, and you're trying to run a business on the side, let me explain something to you. One of them are going to suffer. One of them are going to suffer. That's why I hate hiring people who are all invested in trying to build their businesses. You know why? Because I already know one of us going to suffer. Either you're going to be upset at me because your business is suffering from me having you, or I'm going to be upset at you because my business is suffering from having you. You get what I'm saying? And a lot of y'all right now, you're trying to run a business and you're trying to work a job, but you don't have the right information to do one. So you can't be successful on your job because you ain't got the right information. You ain't got the right data. You don't know what you don't know. And then you're trying to run a business, but you can't run a business full time and not work a job because you don't have the right information. And so your business suffers because you have the option of a job. So sometimes your options that you have can create hesitation. The fact that you have a job is killing you. Because your job, if it is limited in its opportunity, then the lack of opportunity that limits you on that job is causing hesitation. And then the opportunity you have to work a job but still be a business owner is killing you and creating hesitation. So you're losing on both ends. And you can't make one of those decisions because you don't have enough information. And when I say you don't have enough information, that means you don't know enough to be successful as a business owner. And you might not know enough, or who you work for, where you work at, don't provide enough wiggle room for you to actually grow as an employee. So you have to look for other ways to make money outside of that job. Outside of that job. See, that's one of the reasons why with the people I hire at my company, even if they're W-2 employees, full-time salary, or whatever employee they are, I want to give them opportunities to make more money and to actually be a business within themselves in their job. So now you have more opportunities in your job than you would if you were on your own. That's one of the reasons why I like my job as the CEO of this company, because I provide myself with more opportunities to make money than I may be able to make just as the operating CEO. Because there's only so much money I'm gonna make if I'm operating as a CEO. If I'm being hired by a company to be a CEO, it's only so much money I can make. But if that company provides me opportunities to increase my flow of income in different streams, now I'm thinking, oh shoot, I want to show up and do my job, but I also want to do this so I can make some extra money. I could do that, make some extra money. And I actually operate as a business within my job. But hesitation is your biggest issue. You never get to acceleration. And the 6-second rule exposes the difference between acceleration and hesitation. All right? Did you catch that? All right, so let's go to our next point. If you're ready to accelerate your business, if you're ready to accelerate your finances, I mean, for real, I want you to put in the comments #accelerate. If you have any questions, I want you to drop the questions in the comments as well. How many of you are understanding what I'm sharing with you so far? So if you're ready to accelerate, put #accelerate in the comments. #accelerate in the comments. And if you have questions, I want you to drop the questions in the comments. Y'all, let me tell you something. This is just like a quick footnote. Within the next few weeks, hopefully quicker than that, but maybe it will be a few weeks, no later than the end of October, we're going to have us a whole new studio. It's going to be absolutely spectacular. I can't wait to show y'all how it's going to look and what it's going to be. And y'all know we're going to be celebrating that day. So please put in the comments what you're learning about the 6-second rule so far. If there's anything you're learning about the 6-second rule that's helping you to understand how important it is to make decisions and how important it is to take action, I want you to put it in the comments. Okay? So now let's look at the next point on the 6-second rule. The 6-second rule should Let me put should so I can not sound ghetto. The 6-second rule should be centered around 3 things. Okay? I'm going to give you these 3 things. Then I got one more point I'm going to make before we go. The 6-second rule should be centered around 3 things. Number 1, your mentality. Number 2, your mobility. Man, these things, I can't wait till I get that board. It's coming, it's coming, it's coming. The only reason why I ain't got that board this week, because I was going to order it last week, is because the company that is consulting us and building out our studio, they encourage me. They encourage me to put that one there. They encourage me to wait until they get all the other equipment and technology and cables and wires and software and hardware together first, and then they could drop. I know I'd be beating the brakes off those things, ain't it?
And you need that quick.
I know.
Like, come on.
Your money. So those are the 3 things the 6-second rule should be centered around. The 6-second rule should be centered around, number 1, your mentality. Number 2, your mobility. And number 3, your money. So let's go back to the beginning. The 6-second rule is what? It is a concept that's backed by studies that show most decisions small business owners and entrepreneurs make, and most actions that small business owners and entrepreneurs take, are all determined by how you respond to something within the first 6 seconds. All right, we've established that fact. Now, we've also established the fact that the 6-second rule, this rule that we're talking about, it exposes the fundamental difference between what? Between hesitation and acceleration. So if your business is moving slow, please hear this before I get to these 3. If your business is moving slow, if your finances are moving up slow, especially if they're not moving up at all, if your business is not moving at all, or if it's moving slow, if your money is not moving at all or moving slow, and God forbid if they're both moving backwards, it is directly connected to how you're responding to information, if you're even getting any information. So then it brings us to this point that the 6-second rule should be centered around, I say should be, because for some people it ain't gonna be. Some people gonna show up on this show every day and listen to me. There's some people who gonna come to free events if or when I host them. There's some people who will have side conversations with me after church, before church, or when they see me in the streets or at the store or at some event. And they're going to just take that and think that's going to be enough for them to actually accelerate their business and their lives. It ain't going to happen. It's not going to happen. But here's what I want you to understand. It should be centered around your mentality. Your mentality. So my wife talked about this yesterday in church. She talked about your mind. She talked about the mind and how the mind actually works. So why should the 6-second rule be centered around your mentality? Because your money and your mobility is a reflection of your mentality. And your mentality, the mindset you have is based on the information that you're processing and how quick you're able to process that information. So when I spoke with the consultant, and the consultant who is helping us to build out a new studio, which is going to be like a real 6-figure studio for us. It's a big deal for us. When I talked with him and he told me that I gave him an idea of what I wanted, here's how quick he thinks. And I love this because it's told him a lot about me and it told me a lot about him. While I'm on the phone with him, I like how he moved because it was after hours that I called. And he answered the phone and was giving me his professional take and perspective and opinion on things. And I started sharing some things with him, like within the first 30 seconds of me talking to him. Do you believe this? Within the first 30 seconds, he had pulled up my website. He was like, oh my God. So, okay, I see your holding company, conglomerate, consulting, coaching, training. He was like, man, you're moving and shaking. I was like, hey, I'm ready to move and shake with this studio. And then within the first 15 or 20 minutes that he was pretty much giving me a consultation over the phone, he made it clear to me that for what you're looking for, we can actually do, but I have maybe 2 colleagues, 2 business partners that need to come in. One in particular, I know he mentioned one that needed to come in with him. But what I loved about that was he understood that my life is centered around my mentality, my mobility, and me getting that money. Period. He saw it and he was like, no, we can make this happen. And when he started throwing out some preliminary numbers, he was asking me qualifying questions. He was fact finding me. But one of his qualifying questions was, based on what you're telling me you want, Ramon, if we could do all of that for you and it would be this amount of money, would that be something you could do? Did I hesitate? Did I pray about it? Did I overthink it? I was like, oh yeah, as long as it does what I needed to do. The money is not my issue. Why could I say that to somebody who's throwing out those types of numbers? The money is not my issue because I know how I move. I'm betting on me. What I told my team last week when we got together and we started talking about fourth quarter, we betting on ourselves. I know what we can do. And even if we're not doing it yet, I know we can do it. So the money is not the issue. The mobility is not the issue. The mentality is the issue. Your mindset about where you want to go, what you want to accomplish, and what you want to achieve. So you're listening to me right now. You're watching me right now. Let's just get to the math. Like, what is it that you want to accomplish by December 31st of this year? What is it that you want to accomplish? What is it that you want to accomplish? What do you want to accomplish in your business? Don't just give me a whole bunch of words. Well, I just want to come up. I just want to be full time. I just want to own my own. I just want to be happy. I just want that. I just want. Put some math to it. What exactly do you want to accomplish and how much is it? Because if you're not able to do that, it's because your mind is not full of the right information. And then once you put a dollar amount, once you put a number to what you want to accomplish in your business and in your finances, guess what? Start feeding your mind with that information. Now, if you're saying, well, I don't have that information, well, pay for it. That's what money is for. You got money, pay for it. Well, I ain't got no money. No. You don't have, it's not that you don't have the money. You ain't got a money problem. What kind of problem do you have? You got a mentality problem. Because what if I told you money was like paper? Would that sound weird? What if I told you money was like paper? What if I told you money was like this? You can fold this up like this. You can fold this up like this. Right? And what if you could just do this? What if you could just do this right here? What if you did this with one piece of paper and cut it and ripped it or whatever into 4, and it was like 4 $100 bills? What if this, like, bada bing, bada boom? Bada bing, bada boom. What if it turned into 4 $100 bills? If this turned into 4 $100 bills, exactly. What would you be doing? You'll be taking. Wouldn't you run to the store and buy paper?
But
how about this? If that happened to you, and you had to go to Office Depot and Publix and Walmart and Target to buy more paper.
Right.
But the only way you could buy more paper is with the dollars you have.
Right.
Would you take all your money out of your account?
Yeah.
And wouldn't you?
Yeah.
You wouldn't even be paying rent. You'd be like, shoot, I ain't.
I'm gonna go buy all paper.
Think about this.
Be like, "Cuz,
Think about what you're saying.
on the ring."
Think about what you're saying. You see what you're willing to do?
Let me spend the night over there.
So that means you would find dollar money to go buy this because you know this could turn into money.
Yeah.
So you wouldn't have a money problem.
Oh wow. Yeah.
But when it's something you can't see because you don't value I just showed you a picture. I just gave you an idea.
That's good.
I just gave you an idea of this turning into $100 bills, and you ran out your office. I hear you coming down the hall. Shoot, I ripped all mine up. I'm like, well, dog, where she come from? She come way out the office, running down the hallway.
I was working.
Huh? You was working, but when I start talking about money, you was like, shoot, this gonna turn into $100 bills? We finna rip up all our papers.
Yeah, I was convinced.
Yep.
I was.
But there are people who watching me right now, they have cash money, and there are pieces of information that they got access to. You got pieces of information you got access to. That blueprint game plan is this.
That's good.
The coaching program is this. Because you could take that information and literally cut it into pieces. And look, I went from 4 to 8 just like that. I went from 8 to 12 just like that. Now I got 12 pieces. But it depends on how much information you got and if that information opens up your mind to think like this.
That's good.
That's why money is never a problem for me. Money is not a problem because money isn't the problem. If there's a problem, there's a mentality problem.
Yeah.
So if I can get your mind right by giving you the right information, your mobility is going to change. Once I started talking about money, she flew down the hall. She was like, regular paper turns into money? She was like, oh, shoot, let me come listen to this. And you didn't want to just listen to it down the hall.
Yeah, because I'm on anyway.
You on it, right? But you want to see it. You like, I want to see this in person. Because I'm going to go run and grab, right?
Yeah, you got my attention.
But if we were talking about something else and someone says, well, I ain't got the money for that. Well, it's just your idea of the something else we're talking about.
That's good.
So when I'm making up stuff,
Yeah.
but we'll make up stuff not to spend money to change our mentality.
That's good.
It's crazy.
Wow.
There are people way down here worrying about money and not thinking you don't have a money problem. You got a mentality problem. That's your problem. Because there's no shortage of this when there's no shortage of that.
That's good.
Because see, I can look at this and see, man, I could turn this into $1,200 right here. All I got to do is figure out a way to take another idea, turn it into 12 $100 pieces, and take it to the market. That's my next point, and we getting ready to go. My next point is the 6-second rule. The 6-second rule. The 6-second rule takes your idea, turns it into a product, and takes it to the market. That's what the 6-second rule does. You caught that? Because I'm getting ready to go. The 6-second rule takes your idea, turns it into a product, and basically transacts that product into the market. That's the 6-second rule. And this is a skill set that you have to develop. This is a muscle that you have to build. And if you have ideas that you have not been able to turn into product and price them properly so that you can transact them in the market, It is because there is some form of information you're missing when it comes to structures and systems and processes, prices, products and services. And this is what we teach you in our coaching program. This is what I teach you in my Blueprint Game Plan. And just our coaching program, it is our signature program, because not only do we give you access for a year to our online training program, but we provide in-person coaching sessions. We provide workshops every quarter, masterminds every quarter, and we provide weekly coaching calls. Like tonight at 5 p.m., I host a live Zoom business coaching call. And all of these benefits together, the one-on-one initial coaching session, the Blueprint Game Plan, which is our business and financial training program online, demand, 24 hours a day, interactive. You got access to it every day, any day, all through the year. Our quarterly masterminds, our quarterly workshops, those 8 events are centered around helping you to perfect this process and to build a legitimate business and to increase your income. So if you are interested, or not even interested, if you're ready to implement the 6-second rule, I want you to text the word coaching to 404-478-7213. What is the offer that you talked about earlier, Ramon? The offer is we are approving everyone for our 24-month payment plan. So that means when you text the word coaching and we respond to that text, and you are ready to implement the 6-second rule, to jump in, to commit, to connect, to move forward and increase your income and expand your business, when you make that decision by sending that text, we're going to offer you, I mean, you could pay it all in full, but we are offering everyone a pre-approval for a 24-month payment plan. So that means you get access to a $20,000 coaching program for $5,000, and you don't have to pay the $5,000 today. You have 24 months to pay it off and have access to a 1-year coaching program with $208 a month payments. So you can basically text the word coaching right now, get access to our 1-year business coaching program today. You can start today for $208. Like show me what coaching program that provides the information and the training and the support and the solutions that we provide. Let me know when you find one. What coaching program provides that for $208? Like literally today, you can text that number you see, or you can call and be like, I don't even want to text. I'm doing the 6-second rule. I want to go from idea to market. I want to skip the text process. Well, just call 404-478-7213. And you can literally pay $208 today, get access to our Blueprint Game Plan. You get that for free. You don't even have to pay for that extra. And we'll schedule your initial one-on-one coaching session, all for $208. You can't go nowhere on the planet and get all that for $208. We just talked to a new client that joined our program Friday, and he said the gentleman he talked to, who was in the same space we're in with consulting and coaching, basically was selling him a $15,000 program, and the $15,000 program had to be paid before he could have a deep dive conversation or coaching session or consulting session with that individual. Hey, to each his own. I'm not hating on how everybody run their business. I'm just telling you, you can get access to our coaching program for $208. And so for those of you that are ready to make that decision and stop overthinking, hesitating, stop failing, you can end 2021 strong. I truly believe you can end 2021 strong just by the decision you make today. Now, for those of you who are already in our coaching program, or you may be in our Blueprint Game Plan program, or you may just want to skip all of it and you're looking to buy a business. You want to start a business, but you want to buy a business that already operates. You know how you buy a McDonald's? You know how you buy a Starbucks? I think it takes about $1 million to buy a Starbucks today. I'm not 100% sure, but I think that's the price. Let me Google it so I won't be too wrong. Okay, let me Google the cost of franchises. The cost of franchises today. Let me see if I can find some information just quick. Franchises for sale in 2021. Franchises for sale. Let me look, see if I can find how much does it cost to open a franchise. See if I can find some information. Well, I have, okay, here it is. Bingo. All right, we got some. Okay, McDonald's franchises cost, let me see, McDonald's will cost you anywhere from 1.3 to 2.3 million to open. That's McDonald's. And you have about a 4% royalty. Let's see, Dunkin', theirs is anywhere from 465K to 1.6K, 1.6 mil. Okay, Jamba Juice is 273K to 500K. Wendy's says they require franchisees to have a minimum net worth of $5 million with $2 million in liquid assets. So they're not even talking about franchise fees. Wendy's is like, you gotta be worth at least $5 million. You gotta be worth at least $5 million. So as good as I'm doing, I wouldn't even be able to buy a Wendy's franchise if I reached out to them, because I'm not worth $5 million yet. I will be, but I'm just saying, I'm just being 100 with you to show you Wendy's, we can't even get no franchise. We all got to come together and figure out how we're going to all be worth $5 million and have $2 million of cold cash just sitting in the bank. But here's my point. These are how franchise fees work. But the thing of it is, when you buy into a McDonald's, a Dunkin' Donuts, a Jamba Juice, or a Wendy's, you're buying into a what? A system that already works. A system that already makes money. But guess what? Even with these, have you ever been to a McDonald's that's ghetto?
Yes.
Have you ever been to a Dunkin' Donuts that sell bad coffee, or they just got certain things that they don't do well? I've been to all of them that were bad. So my point is, you can buy into a business and still have problems if you don't know how to run it. Because they're not gonna train you on financial literacy. They're not necessarily training you on operating as a holding company, asset manager. So I want you to consider that. For those of you that are in our coaching program, or if you're just in our community anywhere and you're looking to become a professional as a consultant, a coach, and a trainer, or you're looking to become a business owner and you want to become a licensee rather than having to create your own content, we have the RP, we have business certification program, and we have the RP licensing program. So all you have to do is text the word certify to that number if you want to have a conversation with us about our certification program. This is for consultants and coaches, and our licensing program is for speakers, pastors, individuals, entrepreneurs. And with our licensing program, you get authorization and access and licensing to sell all of the products and services and programs that we sell. Like literally, you can sell the Blueprint Game Plan yourself and monetize and make a whole lot of money doing it. In our business certification program, you don't have authorization to sell our products and use our material, but we teach you our system and our process for consulting and coaching and training, and we give you a certification so that you can actually be a real certified consultant, a real certified coach. You ain't just around here lying, talking about, I'm a coach and don't have no clue what you're doing. Or I'm a consultant, or I'm a trainer, or I'm this. But are you professional to know what you're doing? Is there a system you have? Is there a process you have? Is it actually working? Is it bringing value? Because you know good and well, ain't nobody going to be using RP name and our image and our trademarks and our logos and our copyrights, and they don't know what they're doing. They're going to know what they're doing. So if you're interested in that, I want you to text the word certify to the number you see in the comments. You can also go to RamonPreston.com/certify. It'll take you to our page. You can go to our university platform. We have a business certification page with all the information on there. Let me pull it up for you real quick before we go. If you have any questions, just reach out to us and let us know. I will be more than happy to answer your questions. So I hope y'all enjoyed the show today. Let me pull it up real quick before we go. For our certification and licensing program, you could text certify. For our coaching program, you can text coaching. For all of our programs, including our Blueprint Game Plan, if you go to Ramon Preston University, everything is there. We have a licensing page. Here's our licensing page right behind me. See, we answer all your questions. What is the RP licensing? Who is the licensing for? What does the program include? Who does the licensing program work for? How can you make money with it? What is the curriculum and content on? What is the investment? All that information about everything is right here on that landing page. That's RamonPrestonUniversity.com. We have a page with all the information for our certification. What is the business certification? Who is it for? What does it include? Who does the certification work for? How can you make money as a certified business consultant and coach? What is the training on? What is the investment? We have a whole page here on our coaching program. Like literally, you can find out everything you want to know about our coaching program, licensing, certification, and our blueprint. We have a whole page showing you why you should choose our coaching, what does it include, how does it work, who is it for, and we also have a page here on our Blueprint Game Plan. You can literally see all of our courses. I want you to really get what you need, and the information is what's going to change, like swing you into the success you're looking for. So please let us know how we can help you. I want to build a relationship with you, a business relationship and a personal relationship. But I want you to succeed. And I know because I've had to go through that learning process myself, and it was difficult because I didn't have a lot of the resources I'm making available to my people and to my community. So I want you to reach out to us. We're here. We want to answer any questions you have. We want to onboard you. So text the word coaching, text the word certify, and let us have a conversation with you. I love you. I'm praying for you. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow here on the Ramon Preston Show. Be sure to join us tomorrow and throughout this week and share this with family members and friends. Let them know the show is changing lives. We have over 200,000 views on our YouTube page alone. I can't tell you how many people have joined our coaching program, our business community, our ministry, and who are part of our lives personally just from what we're producing on this show. And we're about to build an entire studio and give our community an even more professional experience from our platform. And we're doing that because we want to make you proud, especially those of you that look to us as an example. And we want you to know we're investing in ourselves, we're investing in you, and we're investing in where all of us are going to be. Do we have a question?
Just tell me, you said how can we cooperate together? I have my own holding company.
Who is that?
Seeing What's his name? I don't know. Kevin Coles.
What's the question?
How can, I guess, come together? He have his own holding company,
Uh-huh.
and I guess he's just trying to.
Someone, is that YouTube?
Yes.
Okay, whoever the individual is, if you're reaching out to us, seeing how we can connect and collaborate, just give me a call. Just give me a call. The number is in the comments. Give me a call. Let's talk. 404-478-7213. 404-478-7213. Give your boy a call. Let me holler at you, and we'll go from there. I love y'all. Have an amazing day. I'll see you tomorrow. Same place, same time on the remote.